This is part one of a live Q&A session recorded April 13th, 2024. My friend Jessica and I started these live Q&A sessions the first week of January 2022. So these live sessions have been going now every week for 27 months. And each week we talk about the principles of transforming your life using a very simple system of creative visualization and keeping a journal and a workbook to decide on your goals, plan your goals, work step by step toward your goals, and improve every area of your life. So, this is part one of that session.
So yeah, we went for a nice walk last night and had some dinner, and it was very nice.
Great.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yes.
So, what
But
else is
also
new?
other stuff too. Like I'm just having fun these days. I've gotten back into writing my emails, and I've got like a plan and a system for it. I've got them all scheduled out, and then now I'm putting them onto LinkedIn. Like I just feel like I've got a path
Yep.
forward for things, whereas for a long time I felt scattered, like, oh, let's do this, oh, let's do that. And I just didn't feel like any of it was flowing together. And now I feel like I have a flowing path forward. So I think that's also very helpful.
Yes. I used to
Mhm.
say, and I still say, I suppose, a plan is as good as a win.
Yeah, it feels good.
Because it feels great, when you sort of say, oh, now I know what I'm going to do, or now I know where I'm
Yep.
going, now I
Yeah.
know what the next step is. That feels great. Because when
Yep.
you're confused, that doesn't feel good, right?
No, no. And then another cool thing that happened, you know that human needs assessment that I have?
Yes.
Yes. So I was talking to one of our outside sales reps about it last week and last Friday, not yesterday, but like the Friday before that. And he was super intrigued. So I had him do it. And then we had this wonderful conversation about it. And he was basically saying, like, this is really, important information because I was telling him about how I want to do corporate training with this stuff. And he was basically reiterating back to me that it's a good idea,
Yeah.
which I really appreciate. And he's a somebody that I really respect. He's well educated, so I respect his opinion, right? And so then yesterday, I was talking to one of the other guys at work because he's taking the Dale Carnegie course right now for
Hmm.
leadership. And so we were kind of talking back and forth a little bit about that. And I said, hey, do you want to learn a little bit more about yourself? So I got him to do the assessment. And then we have at 3 o'clock on Fridays, we have beer o'clock where we all go into the lunchroom and have a drink and just chill with each other. And so everybody ended up doing the assessment, and we all ended up having this big conversation about it, and everyone was guessing each other's, and it was super fun. So again, it was kind of this affirmation to me that what I want to do has value and it
Oh,
can be
yeah.
presented in a really fun way. And so just kind of another nudge to keep going with it. So I think that was a win for me yesterday too, which is also part of why I probably look a little perky today.
Oh, yeah. No,
So
that's great. That's a great win. Now,
yeah.
how long does it take to go through that thing? Do you have to guide people, or can people do it on
Nope.
their own?
They do it on their own. It takes maybe not even 10 minutes.
Because we were talking about you doing that with us, or maybe sharing it
Yeah.
with us. I
I
think
sent
that
it
would
to
be
you a while ago so that you could kind of go through it first.
okay.
But I
Where
can
is it?
resend it.
Email or
No, I think I put it in Messenger. I can resend it to you. It's just a jot form. It's like 84 questions, but it's meant to be quick. Like don't overthink, just answer yes, no, partly and carry
right?
on. So
Okay, yeah,
it's
that's great.
mhm.
That would be good.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
basically the book that I'm writing now. I'm calling it Human Needs in the Workplace. And so I'm doing a few social experiments at work so that I can add that to the book. And so yeah, it feels again like a very clear path forward for me right now. So
well, once you write the book, then you're the expert.
exactly. So
I
yeah.
I approached a company a week or so ago. They own
Hmm.
18 car dealerships,
Oh wow.
luxury brands. Lamborghini, Mercedes, BMW. I think.
Yep.
Um, So I approached them with the idea of doing some training with their staff,
Mm-hmm.
and so I gave one of the managers a copy of my book. I think of it like a business card or like a brochure or
Absolutely.
something.
Yep.
But yeah, when they see that book, people always think, well, gee, this guy knows what he's talking about. Obviously he knows something, right?
Is it on
Um,
Kindle as well, or just audiobook and hard copy?
no, you can get a Kindle too.
Because you can just send the guy Kindle, it costs you nothing.
Oh yeah, but I'd much rather give it to
Right.
him in person. It's
Sure.
a good excuse for me to make an appointment and talk to the guy too.
That's true for sure.
Um, if I give him a gift, right?
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. Did you
Mm-hmm.
see that thing I sent this morning? The quantum consciousness presuppositions.
No.
It's in the chat group. I,
Oh, okay.
that's what Greg and I were talking about last week. After we looked at those NLP presuppositions, I thought, well, that's an interesting way to summarize what I do, in terms
Mm-hmm.
of this quantum consciousness model, right?
So did you create this then?
Yeah, I just wrote it,
Oh. Oh, cool.
last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I more or less did it as we were doing our call last week. I mean, I started out with 5 or 6 of them, and then I ended up with 12. You know, and so I thought we could talk about that today. We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see who else shows up. Last week it was only Greg and I.
Yeah, I started watching the video before we jumped on this call, but then I ran out of time. But I
Yeah, it's
saw that it
in.
was just the two of you.
Yeah, it's in
I'm
three.
here, Lloyd.
It's in 3 parts. Oh, there he is. It's in 3 parts. Um, but yeah, I thought that was a good approach, and I'd be curious what people think of those. Because of course, when I look at them, they're statements of fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when I first thought of them, they weren't facts at all. They were more or less the opposite of what I had been believing to be true, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of them, well, one of them took me 20 years to figure out. As a matter of fact, a lot of them took me 20 years. But I mean, they're more or less corollaries of the same thing or the same few ideas, right? Um, the idea that your imagination is a connection, that took me 20 years to figure that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd always considered it like, you watch TV, you don't necessarily think, oh, there's all this electronic stuff in the background. You think, oh, here's these people in this situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sort of think of the screen as the TV, but of course it's only part of the TV. So that's the model I use for the imagination, too. So, Greg, are you going to appear, or are you just going to float in the background there?
I'm floating right now. I'm getting a cup of coffee, so I will be here shortly.
Coffee is good. What about number 6? Thinking is information moving through time.
I think I would need to journal on these. I would need to like sit with each one and kind of just think about how I feel it means to me and then how I can apply it in my life because
Yeah.
that's how my brain works, right?
Well, that's what we've been doing for 2 years, more or less. But when you brought up those NLP presuppositions, I thought, hey, this is a good thing for me to try and put together, like summarize, in a
Mm-hmm.
sense, my book or my
Mm-hmm.
system. But that idea that thinking is information passing through time, now that makes sense to me, and I'm assuming it makes sense to you guys. Maybe not in the same way, but the fact that if I'm if I imagine going to the store this afternoon to buy a loaf of bread, I get images and stuff from the store in the future. So that's information passing through time. But if you look at what people debate when they talk about what's thinking. Most people haven't got a clue. They can't describe what it is. And of course, I'm not saying that my answer is necessarily covering all the bases either. But it's certainly, to me, it's a model that answers a lot of questions. And I see more and more evidence for it all the time. More and more people talking about it. I was watching, I think I sent you, did I send you guys a link to this Matthew McConaughey interview on YouTube?
Yeah.
One of the things
I think
he
a long
says,
time ago.
yeah, this was just a few days ago.
Okay.
And but it was an interview with Matthew McConaughey talking about principles for life, you know. And he said a couple of things which are foundation principles for us. One of them is he talks about analyzing 5 different areas of his life, you know, relationships, health, business, spirituality. Well, that's like our six areas of life model that I learned from Paul Meyer, right? To analyze that, look at it, judge it, how's it doing, you know, could I improve it? Is one of them lagging behind? Maybe I should focus on it and bring it up, right? The other thing he said, one of the things he said that caught my attention was act from your future self. And again, this future self, that's a new idea. I mean, I never heard of the phrase future self. I don't believe. I don't think I ever heard that phrase until I heard it from Benjamin Hardy, just, within the last year and a half or something. Now I hear people talking about future self all the time. So to me, the future self is a concept, an idea that more and more people are talking about. And it really synthesizes and kind of summarizes a lot of this new way of looking at the mind and success, you know. Have you ever heard this expression, Greg, WWJD?
No, I haven't. What does that mean?
Well, it's a Christian thing. A lot of people use it as a kind of a, you can buy bracelets and things, right? And what it stands for is, what would Jesus do?
Oh, okay.
Right?
Huh?
Well, it's a great thing. Like you could say, for example, what would Schwarzenegger do? Here, I'm supposed to go to the gym this afternoon, and I don't really feel like going to the gym. Well, what would Schwarzenegger do? Well, he would say, go to the gym. Don't even think about it.
Right.
Just go to the gym and work out. So you can use it for anything. But what it does is it plugs you into your future self. Like, what would my future self do? So FSD, right? What would my future self do? I was asking myself that yesterday. Like, I had this, I approached this company to, just initially to talk to them about doing some training for them, right? And so as I was getting dressed and ready to go out the door, I noticed that I was feeling a little cautious, a little not fearful, but a little bit concerned. What are they likely to think? What are they likely to say? Right? And so
Right.
I just asked myself, well, what would my future self do? What would my future self feel right now? Boom, all of that just disappeared. Right? What's that?
Oh, you're on mute, Jess.
That's the first page every week. The beginning of my focus journal every week is,
what is
dear
it?
future self, what is the best thing I can do? And then I listen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, it's great, right?
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, it automatically plugs you into your future self. And of course,
Yep.
the more you define your future self, what qualities, what values, what goals, what possessions, what emotions constitute my future self, the more you can do that, the more you clarify it, then the easier it is to sort of step into that role, right?
Yep.
Like the perfect role model is going to be your future self. That's sort of what I did when I asked my future self, how did I set up this talk in England here? Here I am speaking in England. How did I do it? My future self told me, well, you send out an email to a bunch of people and this group responded. Oh, okay, thanks. So it's like having a workout buddy, right? You go to the gym, you have a workout partner, they're going to inspire you. Greg was talking about that a couple weeks ago, that now it's much easier to go to the gym because, number one, he doesn't want to disappoint his workout buddies. And also, I think he set it up so that he has to pay a fine if he doesn't show up. But just the idea that you think, if I don't make it to the workout today, there he is. Oh my God, ripped man, Spider-Man.
Give up. Okay, give up both of those.
There he is. All right.
Speaking of my inspiration.
Good for you, man.
All right, you're going to YouTube. You do that. All right.
You notice that I used to do gymnastics in high school, and a lot of athletes have really perfect bodies, right?
Yeah.
And they have perfect bodies not because they're trying to get a perfect body. Lots of times they don't care. But it's a byproduct of exercising, whether it's swimming or practicing gymnastics or...
Yeah, I mean, he's been, he did water polo first, was a great start for getting in shape. And then he took to going to the gym and started to enjoy it, just enjoy it as a lifestyle. He's got tons of friends. He's got, in the high school, he was, I think, 2,400 kids or something like that in the high school here. So he probably knows, in his grade, there's 600 or whatever it is. He probably knows more than half, through some of the sports and different things. But, it really changed your sense of community and belonging, and, you see they inspire each other, in a positive way. These kids that are going to the gym and, it's funny. You go to the gym and there's all these young kids, there's all these retirees, too. There's working people as well. But, it's really positive. It's one of the positive things that's out there to inspire each other to make more of themselves, live a healthier lifestyle and stuff like that. And then it's like a social club. Back in the 50s and 60s, you had after World War II, you had all the social clubs that you had to join, or be part of. Well, now I don't think there's that many places. And for people to gather, and so the gym is one of them where you go in and work out and say hi and go grab lunch with somebody afterwards or stuff like that.
Well, of course, that's a positive. That's a positive environment. That's one of the principles of success. I've heard a lot of people talk about, create your environment. Create the environment that supports you. So going to the gym, you guys now have got a new environment for yourself, both of you. Yeah. Phil too. Phil joined a running group. He started setting a goal. When he turned 80, he wanted to be running in this 10K, I think it is, right? 6 miles. So he did that, and when he set that goal, one of the things that happened was he came across this running group, and he joined this running group. Now it's much easier to show up and motivate yourself to do the running and everything, because he's got this social connection with these people, and he's looking better too.
Yeah, he looked great. He was. It's amazing what he's doing. I mean, he was. I don't know if his race is it right around the corner here, or
I have a feeling it's in a couple of weeks. I think it's maybe next Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing. I don't know, it was 8 or 12, 800 relays, or he was practicing or something. It was just incredible distance. But
I mean, it was great. It was great for him to join this group because. Not only does he have the camaraderie of these other people doing the same thing, but obviously he's getting guidance too. Like at least one of the people in this group apparently has a lot of knowledge about how to improve gradually, right? You know, you
Right.
run a little bit and then you walk and then you run a little farther and then you walk. You do that so many times and then the next week, you know, you run a little more, walk a little less, kind of. So having that kind of a system. I know that when I was working out, and any time that I do work out, I mean, I always have a little notebook, a little journal, number of reps, amount of weight, you know, so many reps at this weight, then so many reps at that weight. Without that, you really have no idea if you're getting better or not. So to keep track of it, what do they say? That which you measure improves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the more ways you measure, the more ways you win.
Yeah. Yeah. We would love to have you join us in this online community for $1 a day. You get your own PDF copy of the book upon which this entire training series is based, along with 2 powerful meditation visualization recordings. You also get a free copy of this Design Your Life workbook and a 4-hour video course that tells you how to use it to change your life step by step. You get lifetime access to all of this on day 1, and you can cancel your registration at any time. Just go to mindtimeandpower.com and click the link to join the online community.